Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, we are back with another Trader Meliodas showcase, and I had one of you guys recommend this team. Really wanted to see him used alongside the Hijack Gotha and True Seeker Merlin. Now, True Seeker Merlin being one of my favorite units in Grand Cross, honestly, such an underrated unit. Like, I feel like, especially as of recent, she's definitely been getting just a tad bit more love. Ever since release, this has just been a super fun unit, and especially with the release of King, her passive being as good as it is and what it is has gotten a huge boost in just effectiveness. But if you guys don't know what the passive is, if the hero uses 2 skills during the ally's turn, applies an effect on all enemies which disables attack skills for 1 turn. If using 3 skills, applies an effect which prevents ultimate move engage orbs from filling for 2 turns. Now, the first half of that is the important part, just due to the fact that pretty much no teams have cleanse in them anymore, and due to the fact that it is applied passively, you don't have to worry about actually hitting the unit twice, which is really good. But Merlin isn't the star of the showcase today, of course. It is our boy Meliodas. Now, if you guys don't know what Meliodas does, his first card here inflicts amplified damage equal to 450%. The second card inflicts pierce damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies. The ultimate removes buffs and stances from all enemies, then decreases all stats by 15% for 2 turns, inflicts cleave damage which does not resolve in a critical strike, equal to 468% of attack. And last but not least, the passive. Every time ally uses single target skills, all of the hero's stats are increased by 6% for 3 turns, stacking up to 5 times. If 2 or more single target attack skills are used in a single turn, allies' damage taken from enemies decreases by 8%, stacking up to 40%. And that one doesn't disappear. The damage decrease is there for good, so that's super nice. And something that's also super nice, I did another multi off camera and managed to get my 3rd dupe in Meliodas, so a little bit more damage coming out from that one there. Jumping over to the equipment, 15% rolls attack and crit damage gear, and cosmetics are completely maxed out. So yeah, really interested to try this team out. Having Hijack Gotha and the True Seeker Melon together just has a huge amount of viability when it just comes to disabling stuff, and Meliodas by himself is just a crazy good DPS. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go, and first opponent, and I mean, I feel like we should do pretty good with this team. The CC is fairly high, and with the fact that we have True Seeker Melon on the team, I feel like that pretty much entirely disables King teams. Oh, what do I want to go for here? Having Kyo dead right off the bat would be really nice. Might go for that. Granted, I could have kept an extra Merlin card and potentially had a second turn of attack disable, but it is what it is. But yeah, having her just to stop King teams, because I feel like most of the time when I'm losing with Meliodas is kind of because I'm getting outwitted by other King teams. Like, I'm not going to say that either one is better than the other. I personally would like to believe they're pretty much equal. It is up to you, you'd like to call better. They get a fairly good card draw on this one though. What do we want to go for? We can pretty much kill Kyo with the, or at least I hope we can kill Kyo with the 1 ignite there. And surely that finished with enough buffs there, surely we can kill. I didn't even actually think about the fact that Merlin has a single target card and the Hijack Gotha also has one. Yeah, easy getting rid of it, the Meliodas there, which is, I mean, I'm not going to say he's the only threat on the team. That a Christmas Awake Lilia with the Holy Relic is something to be afraid of, that's for sure. With the amount of ignites and whatnot we have on us as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure right off the bat, just due to the fact that each player has 2 ignites, it instantly maxes out the Holy Relic. She can do some serious amounts of damage, yeah. Look at that, just completely one-tapping units like it's nothing. Granted, that was a 2-star card. Damn, Kyo's doing some pretty good damage as well. No way is that HP defense Kyo. Maybe. That's still pretty scary to say the least. Let's see. Oh, okay. Might go for this here. If we can get Kyo out of the way, that'll stop most of the damage reduction, and we should be fine. That card we're chucking out there should do quite a bit of damage. The Pulverize card gets quite a bit stronger at 2-star, and that should give Melly his extra buff to finish him off there. Yeah, look at that. Look at just from... Was the Zelda just at max HP before that AoE? Because that just shows how much damage he can get out of that Pierce card. Like, the Pierce card is not something to be slept on. Granted, for a hot minute it was, that's for sure. Pretty much after the Pierce team, all the way up to when Rugal came out, it just wasn't used at all. See, yeah, I think this just about does it here. We'll throw these out. It should finish off Lilia. I don't think in the 1 card unless he double crit. But hey, I mean, pretty good damage. I reckon we can get a flawless video today. We also just had the maintenance ends, so we do have the stages 13, 14, and 15, I believe it is, for Tower of Trolls, so definitely have to give that a look into as well. Do I want to use... Ooh. 1, 2, and... I think I might just go full send. Because if we disable the gift card... Oh, he's most likely going to use the gift card first turn, so if we disable that, then he's pretty much going to attack, but it makes it weaker. I reckon if we can hold the attack disables for some of those later turns when the barn starts like building up and merging his cards, we should be alright. Just trying to get as much damage on here to weaken him. Although we do have a 6-6 go through ult now, which I've pretty much gotten from just getting shafted on the Meliodas banner, it's still not going to do much damage at all. Like 6-6 go through ult in comparison does the same amount of damage as a 1-6 barn ult, which if you guys have used barn at 1-6, you will know just how little damage that does. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, and I'll use you so we can merge those, get a little bit of card draw. We're not going to do any damage to Arthur, and we're not going to be able to get any extra ult gauge from Elm, which is a little unfortunate. I'd rather have the attack disable come out. I mean, using him alongside these two, that's pretty much all like the utility we need in a team, and then you're pretty much just relying on him to do damage. I mean, it's good that we got the 2 Merlin cards. I mean, it's well with just like attack disabling, kind of like stalling out the match. Granted, you are kind of letting them get the... Oh, actually, I might go for this here because that should be able to get rid of Kyo. Granted, I probably should have chucked out the Dissolve card just to try and like stop any barn ultimates or anything. He doesn't have a crazy amount of ult gauge. Maybe a little later in the match, I might try and stop that because the second he puts up that Nameless Dance card, we're in a bit of trouble. We go coming from the back as well. I also just recently redid the initial stages of Tower of Trolls reset, and I did all of them through. Once again, if you guys would like to see a video, just like kind of like a guide running through all those, by all means let me know. I was thinking I could do one, basically running through like a more free-to-play friendly team, and then more of just like the best team possible. But yeah, once again, if you guys would like to see that, let me know. But the rewards you get from that, I forgot just how good the rewards were. And let's see. Disable gift, and then I might throw out, yeah, why not? I might chuck these out into Arthur though, just so we can try and get as close as possible to killing. If we could kill him with the Gotha ult, that would be great. This is actually my first time using the hijack Gotha since 6-6 as well, so a little nice to see. I was actually meant to change the Merlin out of the Christmas costume as well, but that's alright, it's whatever. No melee cards, yeah. I don't know why we haven't been saving to... I mean, we pulled a fair few of them in the first match, right? I believe so. We'll go... 1, 2... Yeah, I really don't have a clue what I want to do here. Might actually go 1, just so we can get the Merlin ultimate as well. We'll use the Pulverize card first, just so we can get that tiny bit of extra damage. Not that I think it's going to make a huge difference against Barn. Yeah, 71,000. Isn't a crazy amount. Let's see the ultimate though. 200, 300,000 maybe? Yeah. It's nothing crazy. I definitely would have liked them to have given Gotha. Although I do like the way the character's built, and they were definitely like really well designed, especially for the team they're made for, which is like the unknown team. I would have liked to have seen them given just a tiny bit more damage, that's for sure. Got the Merlin ultimate here though. The Merlin ultimate, however, is a really, really strong, really well designed one as well. The decreased HP load stats applies before the ultimate as well, so you do get quite a nice chunk of damage from the actual ultimate. We'll go 1, and I mean, if that doesn't end up killing the Arthur, I'd ideally like to attack into the barn. Maybe we can get rid of him. I feel like that'll probably just kill Twiggo right off the bat, yeah. I mean, I don't believe he has Holy Relic, does he? Or has he just had it on this whole time and I just... Yeah, okay, so he's had it on this whole time and I haven't taken notice to it. I mean, an ultimate could potentially just completely wipe us off the board here. Doesn't look like we have enough to... Oh, actually, yeah, no, never mind. We can definitely rush. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. A lot less than I thought it would. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll go ahead and merge these. Chuck out the Jack of Light, stop the buff cards, and then we'll throw out the Pulverize. There's not much you can do here, so we'll get on to the next match. And at the point of recording this video, I do believe we're just like 1 or 2 subs away from the 600 mark, so if you guys have made it this far, please go ahead and leave a like on the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Maybe you could be the 600th subscriber, but going up against King here, I definitely want to throw this one out first. And I might try to see if I can even take the King out right off the bat here. I mean, he did get the merger there, so I probably should have used the... no, I reckon that was a pretty good play. Yeah, no evade food. If you go second with King, you're pretty much dead. The Kia resistance doesn't kick in and whatnot. It's it's pretty much a game at that point. If we could get a melee ultimate and not just completely kill everyone here as well, that would be great. But throwing out that single target card, I think pretty much for anyone here, along with like a level 2 AoE, would just completely wipe them out. It's just, having Meliodas as well, it's such a weird feeling have units other than like Barn and whatnot do good damage to Gotha. Like, even though Gotha is such an old unit with such old substats, I feel like it's just like a known thing, just like not doing. That might just be me. I just feel like Gotha tank stuff really, really well. There we go, we'll throw that one out there. I mean, yeah, even there, like, obviously once melee starts critting, it's just insanity. Please survive. Oh, perfect. Muy bien, exactly what we wanted. And why did I... He chucked out the Zelda's card. I didn't even think about it. Well, I mean, hey, what can you do? We'll chuck out the 2 Merlin cards just to get like as many buffs on the melee as possible, and we'll finish off with the AoE. Unfortunate, I thought we'll... Whoa, Keo, slow down. That is a dead... Is that a dead Merlin as well? Keo's definitely full health now, isn't he? Ain't no way this man is rocking a HP defense, Keo. That is absurd how much damage he just did there. Okay, throwing out the ultimate here. First time once again using the 3-6 melee as well, so can we completely wipe with just the ultimate? Yeah, look at that, just shy of 600,000. Not too bad. And I mean, I ain't gonna say much, but we are still currently on a flawless streak until we get out CC'd. Also, I pretty much never see, or pretty much no one ever uses the Steampunk Gotha skin, so definitely like to see it. I mean, he's pretty much using the most common, although he did change up the sword as well for Meliodas. Going for Merlin right off the bat, okay. I mean, yeah, especially with the team that he's got, definitely best case scenario. Goes for the Jack of Light, okay. That's what the card's called, yeah, unless I'm... No, it's Hijack Gotha with the Jack of Light card, okay, yeah. I don't know why I had that so mixed up. Okay. Definitely going to go for these two here, and then, I might actually go ahead and use the Pulverized card, just whilst we're... I might go ahead and use it on Escanor as well. Just whilst we're still building up cards, if we could get like a whole bunch of melee single target cards in this next one, that would be ideal. Only card I'm guessing he has there is the Jack of Light card, which at level 1 isn't really doing anything to us. But it's not like we're going to merge cards either. Okay, we did get one extra Merlin single target card, that's fine. We can easily get rid of his melee. Once again, the Gotha ultimate is the tank we really have to worry about. It's not like I can get another attack disable out anyways. I mean, his Escanor would completely cleanse it. Oh, but we could have killed him in that turn. Who would I rather have dead? I think I'd rather have you dead. That's for sure. 1, 2, and 3. I don't think there's any way melee survives on, especially if we crit here. Yeah, it's absurd. It's insanity. Double crit and Escanor and kill, maybe? Okay, yeah, a little bit ambitious there. I mean, pretty much everyone's full HP as well. I don't really think... Granted, Escanor is at, like, the peak of his passive. He might... If you could get some crits here, that'd be really good. Gladys Liz in the back as well. Rocking the full Festival team. I'd do anything not to have to run Festival Liz, so there's that. Yeah, he's using a whole lot of Gotha in this matchup, but there's really just no point. Like, Gotha really shines when you're versing units like Goddess Liz and like Margaret, where you're wanting to be throwing it as buff cards. Even does better against Barn than it would do here. It's just not the best build for this one. If I could kill... is that once again too ambitious to try and kill Gotha here? I mean, I always feel like green units are really tanky because I never really use any red units. But when you have a unit that's type effective against anything, you really don't have to worry about anything. Having the Revive proc and Gotha there, that's fine. We have our own melee ultimate. He's got a whole bunch of stacks. Those AoEs as well, with level 1 AoEs, I just cannot get over this unit. I was like initially thinking like, oh, which one do I prefer more? Do I prefer King or do I prefer Meliodas? I reckon this far into his lifespan, I can easily say I prefer Meliodas, getting the forfeit there as well. And onto our final opponent. I mean, this team here is probably like, especially when you get at CC'd, is the #1 team that Meliodas really struggles against. But having True Seeker that's the whole reason why she's here. Putting her alongside Meliodas is just way too good. Let's go 1, 2, and I think I might just go for the same starting hand. No evade food, he pretty much dies right off the bat. Actually, even with the fact that we're using that card, you can swap between whether or not you want the single target to attack or the AoE to attack, depending on whether or not he gets like the lucky merger at the end, because don't get me wrong, I did say in yesterday's video that like, okay, so King's ultimate is a very strong ultimate and you definitely don't want him to get that turn 2. I did say that the healing factor in his ultimate wasn't as good in PvP. Don't get me wrong, it is still extremely strong, but the whole debuff removal from himself and like the buff removal from the enemies is way, way more important. Like it's at least the least important part of his ultimate, which I'm not sure where it's getting to the point where we have so many different kinds of AoE ultimates that are like good in PvP and PvE. It's really hard to like say where one is and like definitively put it and like rank it. I feel like there is like a very good way to like just say like, oh, these are the top 5 best AoE ultimates, but ranking them 1 to 5, like it pretty much becomes up to you. When it comes to PvP though, I'm not sure. Barnes ultimate at 6/6, having that amplify effect is just so strong. But at the same time, like having King at 6/6, the fact that you remove the opponent's ability to tank stuff and like any debuffs on yourself, let's say when you're versing KO, he puts the damage reduction on, you just completely remove any reduction the team has and just make it so they just raw have to tank the ultimate. And with just the sheer amount of damage the King ultimate does, it's pretty much impossible to tank at 6/6 without any like buffs or whatnot. But throwing these ones out here, kind of just rambled on for the end of this match. Hoping this kills. Yeah, I expect a KO to die there. Zell just might just survive here, but that's alright. I mean, hey, like I said, flawless video, but yeah, Zell just survived there. That's alright, let's wrap it up. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. I mean, hey, I had high hopes going into this one, and the team definitely, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? The team definitely, I'm just going to say it showed off. It did really amazing. The Zeldris in the back you could definitely change, especially if you have like a Holy Relic Barn, could be a lot better. With the fact that we're pretty much going to have debuffs on the enemy every single turn, I figured why not? Zeldris is also one of my highest CC backline units, so it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.